Good morning and welcome to KidNuz. I'm Tori. Today is Friday, October 6, 2023. And we begin with Commander getting the boot, at least temporarily. First Lady Jill Biden has confirmed that the first family's 2-year-old German Shepherd is no longer living at the White House while they figure out next steps for the naughty dog. He's known to have been involved in 11 biting incidents, but new reports suggest that number is on the low side. Sources tell CNN that while the Secret Service acknowledges 11, the real number is higher and includes executive resident staff and other White House workers. The bites have varied in severity, from playful nips to one requiring hospital treatment, and others that have so far gone unreported. As one former Secret Service agent told the network, there's uniqueness here where it's the residence of the President of the United States, but it's also the workplace for hundreds, if not thousands of people. And you can't bring a hazard into the workplace, and that's what is essentially happening with this dog. One time you can say it's an accident, but now multiple incidents is a serious issue. It's a scorching sequel to a summer of record-breaking heat. According to the European Union's Copernicus Climate Change Service, the average temperature last month was nearly 2 degrees higher than it's been for the last 30 Septembers. The numbers have climate experts alarmed, with one scientist calling the news mind-blowing and another saying it's absolutely gobsmackingly bananas. The world's oceans also stayed uncharacteristically warm throughout September, partly due to the weather pattern El Niño, which forecasters believe may continue into next year. If so, that could result in more record-breaking heat. In Great Britain, a plan to create the first smoke-free generation. UK Prime Minister Rishi Sunak is proposing a new law to keep young people from ever taking up the habit. In a speech this week, he laid out a plan to raise the legal age for purchasing cigarettes by 1 year every year until the day the minimum age would be higher than the entire population. The proposal, if passed, would go into effect in 2027. Similar legislation is already in effect in New Zealand. The MLB playoffs are underway. In a whirlwind of action Wednesday, the wildcard race ended with sweeps in all 4 series. Tomorrow, both the American League and National League Division Series kick off with a day of wall-to-wall baseball. 4 games are on the schedule featuring the 8 teams still remaining: the Baltimore Orioles, Houston Astros, Los Angeles Dodgers, Atlanta Braves, Texas Rangers, Minnesota Twins, Arizona Diamondbacks, and the Philadelphia Phillies. The postseason hits its peak on October 27th with Game 1 of the World Series. A group of scientists are on a quest to save the world's most desired chocolate. Cocoa beans have been a part of humans' diet for about 5,000 years, and beans grown on one particular tree, the Nacional, were considered the very best by culinary experts. However, the trees were only found in Ecuador and were basically wiped out by diseases in the early 20th century. But about 10 years ago, a few surviving trees were found in nearby Peru. So some scientists and business owners are now trying to bring these rare beans back from the brink of extinction by convincing local farmers to harvest them, even though it takes an extra long time for Nacional trees to grow. The leader of this effort, Jerry Toth, tells the Smithsonian Magazine it's worth the wait. In fact, some fans are willing to pay a steep price for the deep, rich flavor. A single 1.7-ounce bar once sold for $490, but more affordable versions are expected to be on the market soon. Still to come, how a couple of great-grandparents from down under are making waves. But first, the Stewart family of Falls Church, Virginia wants to wish a happy 11th birthday to Mason Stewart, who plays ice hockey and is working toward his black belt in Taekwondo. Mason, your dad, mom, brother Alex, and bearded dragon Banana want you to know your intelligence, sense of humor, and passion for sports are an inspiration. Now, today's KidNuz quiz. Commander the Biden's dog is what breed? A German Shepherd. What's the name of the weather pattern that often results in warmer oceans? El Niño. When is Game 1 of the World Series? October 27th. Under his new proposal, what does the UK Prime Minister want to do? Create a smoke-free generation. In our Kid News Kicker, 450 days and counting. That's how long Marty and Jess Anson from Australia have been sailing on Princess Cruises' Coral Princess. The couple, who've been married for 53 years, calculated that living aboard a fancy cruise ship is more affordable than residing in a retirement home. And they seem to be making the most of it, telling Good Morning America they typically start each day with a 5:30 a.m. game of ping pong and end with dinner and dancing. They've even become minor celebrities on board. The Ansons say they plan to continue their retirement at sea through at least next August. Thanks to the Stewart family of Falls Church, Virginia for underwriting today's quiz. Happy birthday to Mason, and a Kid News shout out to Mason's teacher, Mrs. Summers, and all his friends and fellow Bulldogs at Belvedere. And hello to our other Kid News classrooms, including Mrs. Davis Palmer, one of our fabulous teacher ambassadors, along with her patriots at Pulaski School in Savannah, Georgia, Ms. Rivera and her Roadrunners at Rosedale School in Saugus, California, and Ms. Karsten and her Panthers at Pinckneyville School in Pinckneyville, Illinois. Thanks for listening. Our Week in Review quiz is up on our website, and for those who signed up, our weekly word search is in your emails. Have a great weekend. We'll see you back here for more Kid News Monday morning.